Okay, so this is a really unusual machine for me to be involved with. I do a bit of forestry work for one of the magazines, but even then, this machine is not very common. I think it's the only one in the UK at the time. So it's the Plantma is the company from Sweden, and Plantmax is the machine. And essentially, what it is the box and the planting arms on the back of the forwarder. That's the unit with the scarifiers. So this is a scarifier. These work in the middle of the machine. They're mounted there. They're there just to prep the soil, basically, just to clear the top, get rid of any debris, brash, present a bit of fresh soil for the planting units. These will chew through quite a lot of difficult conditions. These are quite hard pieces to get. And you see it rises up over the tree there, the tree root. It's got quite an intelligent system controlling it, so it knows it can't scarify a tree root, so it knows not to try. Here's the planting arms or legs, however you want to phrase it. As you can see, the conditions are pretty challenging, shall we say. Inside the machine, the big grey box is basically just storage. It's seedling storage, so you can just hold enough for about half a day's work, so about 8,000 seedlings. So do about 2,000 seedlings an hour in UK conditions. These little cups are on a carousel, so these rotate from inside the cab where they're filled and outside where they are ejected down the leg with compressed air. This is a fertiliser hopper, so these are capable of adding a few grams of fertiliser into each cup. After the tree's planted, the cup gets filled with fertiliser, rotates back inside the machine, has a seedling placed inside it by a manual operator, and then it rotates back out to be positioned over this tube, where if you watch carefully you can see that a seedling shoots down and the carousel rotates back inside, and that's how the seedlings are transported down the leg. So you can see there's an air pipe there, so the funnel is like the tube where the seedling goes, and then this compressed air is used to push them down. This is the planting tip, so this is the bit that goes into the ground. These are split, so they open and the seedling comes out with the fertiliser if you're using it or not. And then as that happens, then two spades on the side actually squeeze the ground shut. This was the British operator who's just in charge of making sure the computer's running okay and filling the seed cups. This was the main part of the shakedown for the machine, so it had a new computer system. They call this iteration the X3, so it's a 15 times faster on computing and decision making, more simplified menu system, because believe it or not, it's quite complicated to get a machine to plant a tree. These legs go down, you can see the air that comes out, it just ejects and cleans the system each time. The legs wobble side to side, but it's actually by design so that they don't break or get damaged. And the system's actually quite smart, because if it senses, it can push those legs down by about 300 kilos to plant in hard ground, which it wasn't to this day. But if it senses a rock or a tree stump, so it knows that it's hard and it impacts hard on the object, it won't plant, because it knows that the tree won't survive, so it doesn't plant the tree, and the leg just comes back up and waits for the next gap to plant a tree. You can see here the conditions are unbelievably difficult. This Ecolog 584 forwarder, it's got a full set of I think they're grouser tracks, certainly got some deep lugs on them. Yeah, and the conditions were pretty horrible to be out filming this machine, I'll be honest. But an interesting one. They've got these operating in Brazil, so in British conditions they can do about 2,000 seedlings an hour in decent conditions. In Brazil they're reaching nearly 4,000 seedlings an hour, about 3,700 seedlings an hour. So the key, the Swedish guy said the key to output is not being able to, is not having to turn at the end of each run, which these guys were having to reverse up each rack because they weren't planting full racks. So ideally you just want to do a U-turn and go back up the next run, and that's how they can get such good output in South America, because they're planting in virgin ground. This was some of the most difficult conditions they said they'd planted in. As you can see, the machine's still doing its job. Extremely difficult conditions. Not only was it wet, but I mean you can see there's quite a lot of stumps in there. So they've got to work around that. So you need a forwarder driver that's competent and capable, and somebody in the back who can keep an eye on everything else, basically.